What happened to the Hicksville Broadway Mall? A mall once known for its maybe being a secret gem for people of Long Island. Many stores, fun, arcade, a movie theater, has now turned into what seems like an absolute ghost town. There's rumors that this mall behind me is going to turn into a Tanger Outlets of sorts, an open mall where there is no roofs at all, just open stores you can walk into. This used to be one of my favorite malls. I live right here in Hicksville, and I would come here all the time. This was like a hidden gem for people in Hicksville, but now everything is almost vacant, and it's pretty crazy to see. I want to walk through it today, show you guys what's going on, see what has changed about this mall, and most importantly, document what is going on here, because it's pretty crazy that this may not even exist anymore. This is Grossman World. Let's take a dive in. We just entered through the side part of the mall, and this is kind of the most populated part of the mall, I feel like. There's a lot of food options. We have a hook and reel right over here. Panera Bread. These have been here for quite a bit of time. But if you look over here, check this out. It may seem like the store is kind of populated over here, but as you can see, everything must go 80% sale off. This is a recurring theme you're going to see here at this mall. There's a lot of stores that are going out of business, soon to be closing, and there's only a few that are kind of surviving. I see this one right here, which I haven't seen before. Looks like a dentist practice. One of the few businesses that is still around here. But as we walk through, you're going to see that there's a lot of stores here that aren't really around anymore or just kind of surviving. There's a few here that are doing pretty well. Aside from these food places, not really. Let's keep walking. This store is pretty cool right here. As you can see, they're doing a sale for these shoes right here, kind of like a secondhand luxury clothes store. I went here a couple times actually, bought a few things. I would come here when I had a show and I would hand people my flyers. I actually went in here and I let them know I was doing a show. Premium lounge, everything on sale as you can see. And now, as you're gonna see, not much exists beyond this point. Those stores that we just saw, kind of the only stores that are left. Check this out over here. This used to be Foot Locker. Completely gutted. I feel like 6 months ago I was here and there were stores open. There were shoes on the shelf. There was product. And just like that, this Foot Locker, done. Completely done. And this is crazy to see because I feel like I was just here and it was completely full. So these places are exiting quick. I mean, look at this. Come over here. Completely empty. This right here. I think this was the designer shoe. This was like a shoe. Do you remember? This was a shoe store. I remember it was some sort of discount shoe store. You could see completely empty. This is completely gutted. And this is crazy because I feel like I was here a few months ago and this store was still open. Another place that was just open. I think this was like a smoothie place, right? It was like a smoothie kiosk.
I think it was a bubble tea.
Oh yeah, look at that right there.
Yeah.
Kung Fu tea, if you can see that. Oh, look at this. Get this right over here. Thank you for your patronage over the past 9 years. It's held a special place in our hearts. It is unfortunate we must close our doors. You'd like to know how much we appreciated your business support. It's really sad. It's sad, man. I don't know if these businesses just couldn't afford the rent, if they didn't have enough sales to keep business going. I don't know what the story is. I've never owned a storefront. I've never rented out in a place like this. I have no clue how that works, but a message like that, it is unfortunate that we must close our doors. They must have not been getting enough sale, and this is crazy. I don't even remember what this was. This was a shoe store. This was.
It must have been. Look at the racks over there.
You know what this was? This was Champion. I think it was. This was the. I think that's what it's called. What was that place called? Was it called Champion?
Or it's called Champs.
Champs. That's what it was. Champs. Another You guys remember this. If you've been to the Broadway Mall, if you've been to Hicksville before, you know this was Champs. This was shoes across the entire rows. I got so many clothes here. I would go here and I think I got my first pair of basketball shoes here. And it's gone, just like that. Crazy, man. And I don't know, like shoes, you know, they're kind of expensive. I don't know if people just can't afford to buy them anymore. People are just being more value conscious about their money. Is this a recession indicator? I don't know, but this says a lot because who's to say what's to happen with malls? I don't know what's going to happen with malls. Is Amazon the reason this is happening? I don't know, but this is crazy. Let's keep it moving. This has been nothing for a little bit, I feel like. I think this was like an Auntie Anne's.
I think that's further down. I don't know what this was.
This was some sort of food,
like that.
something like a food thing. This may have been an Auntie Anne's, like a secondary one, like very shortly, but I always remember this being vacant. I guess just no one could keep it open, but I mean, you can really see here, this is like absolutely nothing going on. Which is shocking. I mean, like you think people walk through the mall and they get food, but I don't even know. I'm curious to see if that Auntie Anne's that we're gonna see down there is closed or not, and the Cinnabon. Let's keep walking down this way. I mean, just look at these walls. I mean, completely, this I think was the Gap.
No, this is
Old Navy, that's right. I mean,
it's huge in there.
you don't even realize how big these spaces are until you see them like this. I mean, look how much space they have to put clothes and changing rooms and stuff like that. I mean, wow. I mean, this is crazy. I don't know how long it took them to even gut these places, but this is done, man. I mean, they are done. This was the Old Navy. This Old Navy is completely done. Here's a couple stores over here that have still survived. Pink and Victoria's Secret. These have been here for like a decade, I feel like. I mean, these have been here for a long time. And I don't know if that says a lot about the market. I don't know if female consumers are just buying more clothes, buying more stuff, where stores like Pink and Victoria's Secret can still stay open, but not many stores left open around here. This is two of the few that are still surviving. I mean, this is crazy. Let's walk down over here. I don't remember this one too well. This is Taskali. I don't remember this one too well, but this is just another store that is right next to the Pink. I don't think this one lasted long. I think this was only here for a few years, but this is just completely gone. This is crazy, man. This is really crazy to see. I mean, this mall was like 100% occupied probably 2 years ago. Over the course of like 2 years, this mall went from bustling, almost like Roosevelt Field Mall, to nothing. Let's keep going. If any of you are watching from Long Island, you know Sunrise Mall in Massapequa. That mall is just closed as well. Kind of a similar story to this, where stores are just exiting one by one. We're seeing stores just become vacant, stores just unable to survive, and there's just a few that are staying around. Behind me, you see the video game trading post. One of the few stores that is still around here. There's actually one, I believe in Levittown or Hicksville. That's like the flagship store. And there was another one that is also in the Sunrise Mall, but the Sunrise Mall has closed down as well. So I don't know if this one is gonna hang along for much longer. It's a great store. If you haven't been there, definitely support the video game trading post, but it's crazy, man. I'm curious to see if they are still surviving, but. So I think this was the Zumiez, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. See, this is Zumiez. Zumiez used to be on the other side of this mall. They moved over here, I think, maybe 3 years ago. Guess they didn't last long because Zumiez, done. I feel like every mall you expect like Hot Topic, Spencer's, and Zumiez, but not even the mainstays at a mall have survived this, whatever this is, this madness. Candy heaven. going strong. Shout outs to Candy Heaven. I hope they stay for a long time. Now, what store was this exactly?
It's like a jewelry.
See jewelry. I see some candles up there. This must have been like some sort of secondhand store. Get a peek inside of there. You can see just like the outlets down there and like just completely done. I mean, they're not even selling their glass cabinets. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with all this stuff. I don't know what happens to these things. But I don't think that store is picking it up anytime soon. I mean, that is completely closed. Here's another memorable store. Probably one of the most memorable stores if you grew up here at the Broadway Mall. The Disney Store. How many memories did you guys have coming to the Disney Store with your parents, getting some Disney memorabilia, seeing that big TV in the back and they had the movies playing? I remember getting plushies there. I remember a whole slew of things in here. The Disney Store has been gone for about, I'd say 6-7 years at this point, but that was like a childhood memory for me, coming here and coming to the Disney Store. This was like a piece of magic, I felt like, in the store. It was so weird to, in a mall, have like a Disney official merchandise store. Super strange, but the Disney Store, of course, has been long closed down. Now we have the Selfie Clubhouse, which seems to be not far from closing as well. Looks like they are kind of closing up in there as well. I think this was a jeweler or some sort of t-shirt press, kiosk store, just a mini store, just a very small center. Doesn't seem unattainable for any small business owner. And here's another example right over here. Benny's Jewelry. I mean, this place has been here for probably a decade, this place. Get rings, get watches. This place has been here forever, and this is closed now. You can see right here they had sale off, 40% off everything sale right there. And you can see they've just left their stuff here. I mean, this is tragic. The one thing I like about the Broadway Mall is that they've kind of highlighted some creatives in the community, people in Hicksville High School and BOCES and other schools and whatnot. They kind of highlight their art. I think that's really cool. They also do that in Ikea. And there's also just a couple of backdrops, but I mean, why? I mean, what is the point when you have stores next to it that are just completely done? Is it like a bandage for a wound? I don't know. I don't remember exactly what this was. I don't know if this was another jewelry store, but if you guys remember in the comments, let me know. What was this store? It's gone now. Was this where the Macy's was?
Yeah. Those two things were the entrances for Macy.
So these backdrops right here, kind of just a nice little decoration, but these were the entrances to the Macy's. I remember them being very big. I mean, I think that wall down there too, right? We're gonna show the outside of the Macy's in a little bit, but the Macy's was kind of the mainstay here, like 3 to 4 floors, if I remember correctly. Massive, probably the hugest store in this mall. Has been gone for probably, at this point, 7 years? Like, almost a decade. We're gonna go down this way, and then we're gonna make our way over there and just show you guys a little bit more of what's going on in this mall, because, again, I keep saying it, but it feels like I was here just a few months ago, and there were more stores here, and now I think this was another clothes store, I wanna say. I wanna say this was like a women's clothes store. And if there's anyone older watching, if any of these stores ring a bell, maybe a store back in your time, let me know in the comments what that store would be, because I'm only going off of what I remember as of recent. I think this was another discount store, and this was a salon, pedicures, manicures, I believe. This was a new release. I mean, this was open like in the past few years, I feel like. If you look inside here, you can see they had new wood flooring and a really big building. Those walls were like lined with those recliner chairs. You can put your feet in. You can get a nice pedicure and manicure. Like, how they get rid of all of that is beyond me. I can't even imagine how much effort that takes. Oh, this is my mistake. This is the salon. The salon is still here. This was a different store. I don't even remember this being here. They had decors and furniture and wood door. The salon is still here. They're actually still kicking. So I like to give a big shout out to Victoria's Nails and Spa. They're absolutely pushing it right now. Shout outs to them. Did any of you guys ever ride some of these rides over here? I remember up at the food court, which we will see. As a kid, I would put a couple quarters in, put $1 in, and I would ride on these, and they're the most exhilarating thing, even though they're kind of lame. That's like a classic mall mainstay, I feel like. You gotta have some sort of animatronic ride. And coming over right here, we have probably one of the most popular buildings in the mall that's still been around. The Buffalo Wild Wings. This place is still up and kicking. This place has been here for probably about a decade. I can't imagine they're gonna close anytime soon, but I am curious what's gonna happen when this mall does close down officially, because they will probably have to close these doors. How will you access this mall once it's demolished? You probably won't be able to. Behind me, you got the Target. And again, I think they're gonna close off those doors that open up. They're just gonna completely close them off. You can enter Target from the outside, but you'll not be able to enter it coming through here, through those doors. It's kind of a luxury that we have for a limited time. That's not gonna be something you can do in the near future. Right over here, I think this was Forever 21. This is the Forever 21. This was one of the entrances. I want to say it's Forever 21.
I think it is, because I think it goes through one of the other sides.
And then it comes out the other side, right?
Because it's huge. I think so.
This is a big store. This is one of the mainstays as well. Forever 21 is gone. And if there's any gamers watching, this will be something you're very upset to see. GameStop completely shut down. Now, wasn't GameStop in a different part of this, or was this always here?
I think this is always here.
This one is always, I think it was it the Hot Topic that switched? I think the Hot Topic switched to the other side.
Yeah.
This GameStop has always been here, but this GameStop is now closed down. I mean, get a shot of the ceiling, because that's like, that sign is down. I don't even know if you can look in there. Maybe a little hard to see, but GameStop is done. I mean, try and keep count, guys. I'm not right now, but keep track of how many buildings are out of business versus in business. I mean, this is crazy. Hot Topic, of course. It's like the one business that has stayed. Shout outs to the emos. But here we go, right here. This was another photography studio. For a short while, they had backdrops, so they had lighting equipment, and you could go in there and take photos of your family or your baby. It was kind of a cool service, but I mean, how do you survive in a mall like that? Is it an abundant service? Probably not. I do want you to see the ceilings up here. So I didn't know this, but apparently in the 50s and 60s, this used to be an open floor mall. These ceilings weren't a thing. This was actually similar to a Tanger Outlets, where you could just walk through and get sunlight. It was open. It wasn't enclosed. And I don't know exactly when, but they eventually added these ceilings to make it enclosed. And now what they're looking to do is make it back into a open floor type mall, where it's a Tanger Outlets where you can walk through in the sunlight. I don't know how that's going to work exactly. I don't know if people are going to dig that. I don't know what's going to happen in the winter. How would you want to walk through in the winter when it's super cold? Is that going to be appealing to be walking through into stores out in the open? I don't know. But it's interesting to see because I didn't know this used to be an open mall. If there's any baby boomers watching, let me know if you remember that or if you only remember it as it is now, this enclosed mall. K Jewelers still standing strong. And I mean, look at the ceilings over here, man. I mean, this is more believable.
It's kind of funny I never put that together. Like looking at the ceiling now, it's like, yeah, no shit, this mall used to be outside.
But look at this side in particular. Look at that side. I feel like they're doing something to these windows because I don't remember it looking like that. You know, I don't think it looked always like that. But it's kind of crazy to think about if this was open, all of these steel pillars must have not been here. Was this fully open? I'm curious to do some research. Maybe if I could find a picture of it when it was open, I can put a comparison to that. If you put the shot up right here, you can see the Macy's. You can just see how big that store used to be. This is done now. I mean, this is really crazy. I know they've done some sort of events here. I've been here and they've done like markets. They've had vendors out here and you can buy tchotchkes and various things. This is a nice little community center. This was kind of new actually. This used to just be floor, but they kind of added a nice wood on it and seating. They have charges over here. I mean, honestly, a good addition for a mall like this, but I never saw anyone use it. Claire's still in business. Lid's still in business. I've shopped there. Let's walk over here. And I don't remember what this store used to be exactly, but it looks like they're going to be opening a Spirit Halloween. I mean, we're filming this in July, so it seems a little early to be opening up a Spirit Halloween. I'm not complaining. I'm an emo, so I'm not complaining, but Spirit Halloween, I mean, that's kind of their gig. You know, they find these abandoned stores and they'll just take them over. This is like the third different spot that Spirit has used. I remember they used to be down this way, and I think they were over there one year, and now looks like they're coming over here. You can even see inside here, they're already starting to, it's crazy to see this because we're in July, and they're already putting up their decorations for Halloween. I mean, they must make bank during that time. And I don't even think Spencer's is open. We're about to go past that. But this is crazy. You can see over here, this was another, I think this was like a, well, that's down here. What was this one? I think this was like ice cream or something. Another vendor gone. You see down there, 60% of sun. Just more stores just closing and closing. Thank God Auntie Anne's is still open. You cannot have a mall without Auntie Anne's. But while the Auntie Anne's has stayed, Cinnabon, they've frosted their last bun. That was bad. That's really sad, man. I thought that was really cool that they were in conjunction with each other, but I don't know if these stores just can't survive. They just can't make enough food, or can't sell enough food, rather. Glad to see Auntie Anne's is still here, but this is crazy. Look over here to the Spencer's. I mean, what happens where it gets to this point? I mean, this was Journeys, I believe. Journeys completely done. And look at this Spencer's. That's actually a sight to see. I mean, look inside there.
Crazy.
See if you can really get. I've never seen Spencer's with those metallic walls like that. That is really something else. How do you not survive it? It's crazy. I think this was Journeys.
someplace else. I forget what this was.
Some sort of like, I think some sort of shoes or there was a lot of these like not secondhand, but like second tier stores, I guess, that just couldn't make it. I'm surprised about the Spencer's more so. I mean, that's just crazy, but Hot Topic is the only of the three that has still survived. Can't even get your phone fixed. Unbelievable. Now, what was over here? This was like a weird name, I think. I remember this was some sort of discount store. I remember coming here and there was like, they were selling like dresses for like $3. It was something ridiculous. They were doing some sort of crazy sale. I don't know exactly what they were doing, but I mean, just looking inside, I mean, you could tell they put work into this. I mean, they paint the walls pink, they put decals up, they put fancy lights on it. And then just like that, you're out of business. I mean, how does it work as a storefront owner, as a franchise, as a business? I mean, how do you survive in a digital economy? How do you survive when you can reach the entire world through ordering online? How do you justify a physical storefront to sell your products? I mean, I'm kind of bringing up random questions here, but that's just what I'm interested about because, you know, what's going to happen to malls worldwide? Is this a trend that we're going to see for malls? Was this, I think, American Eagle?
I don't know. I can't tell.
These stores have switched like multiple times. It's like it's almost impossible to tell what these stores were. I think this was another clothes store turned into Christmas house. I mean, again, we're into Christmas in, what is it, Christmas in July is the saying? Is it Christmas in July? Apparently not, because they are completely closed in July. What is happening here? This is crazy. And if I switch the camera around here, you can see behind me, H&M, one of the mainstays at this mall. Again, another store with huge square footage, multiple entrances. Sale. Sale, sale, sale. That's all they're saying. And I can even see inside there's buy two, get one free. They want people to buy these products so they can get the hell out of here. And this is crazy to see. Another store I'm not going to quote. If anyone in the comments knows what this store was, let me know. Hollister, still up and going.
Look at this. Look at Ikea.
Wow.
Look at Ikea. This entrance is closed.
We're making a change. So we talked to a few people that are working at these stores still, and we asked what is going on. And apparently, while all of this is getting renovated, and by the way, they don't even know what's going on. They don't know what this is going to be turned into. The rumor is that this is going to be completely demolished and turned into some sort of potentially two-story shopping thing similar to Roosevelt Field Mall, or kind of like a Tanger Outlets. So while that's happening, these kind of mainstay stores, these like flagship quote-unquote stores, Ikea, Target, Round One, they're going to stay open, but you just can't enter through the mall. So that's what we're seeing right here, where they're still open, but you can't walk through the mall. You need to go through the outside entrance to get into them. And we're not going to go explore those stores because that's not really the focus of the video, but it's crazy to see how they've kind of already closed this off. I mean, I'm just peeking inside, and I can see this boxes. I mean, they have no intention of walking through this. This is like unused space. So this is crazy. If you see behind me, that used to be a frozen yogurt store, I believe. I think that was like two different frozen yogurt stores. before that, I don't know, maybe it was like a salad bar. It was like something like weird. I remember it was something before frozen yogurt, and then probably like 12 years ago it turned into frozen yogurt, and then it became a different frozen yogurt store. I mean, that looks bad. I mean, that header of that banner or whatever you call it is just completely done. I do want to walk this way before we go up to the food court. Who remembers when this used to be a discount clothes store? I remember coming here as a child way before this was round one, and this was a complete department store of shirts and shoes, kind of like a Payless almost. And this was here for probably a good 15, 20 years. It felt like for a good decade they had a everything must go sign on the store. Shut down now and then turned into what's to be round one. This is one of the stores that's going to stay when this mall is demolished. Being able to enter through the other side with the big bowling pins, which we'll get a shot of, but one of the few stores that's going to stay. Thank God for this place. Who remembers the corner store under the staircase? The corner store underneath the escalator, where you could get your sodas, magazines, and paraphernalia objects. This place was kind of funny, a little out of place, especially at the time. A place where you could buy clothes and jewelry and a milkshake. You could also buy a Jewel when they first came out. That store didn't last long. I remember my 14-year-old self looking to be an entrepreneur. I was looking at how much it was to buy that place. But that's a kind of an unrealistic dream. Doesn't look like anyone wants to buy the store underneath the stairs. Maybe Harry Potter. That could be a nice fit. This is crazy, man. It's crazy to see this just turn from something so cool, you know, childhood memories to absolute wasteland. I mean, this middle of this mall was where they'd have put a Christmas tree and there was Santa and the Easter Bunny. You could take pictures. It's kind of just like a common square now. I mean, did any of you come here to get pictures taken with Santa or the Easter Bunny? Let me know. If I can find any pictures of that, I will. I mean, look at this, man. They don't even have the escalators on. They just, they got nothing. We're gonna go check out the movie theater, see what is open for the food court, and to see what's going on here. I mean, I remember coming here for high school and just everything. This was like the spot. Go up to see a movie, get some food, anything. Let's check it out. Yo. I used to come here as a kid, and there would be a lighthouse tower that would go all the way up there, and you could slide down it, and there were slides and things to jump on, things to climb on. You guys remember. Everything has been taken out of this play area. And I don't know if that's just people don't want that anymore, but this makes me sad because I don't know if this speaks to technology, kids having an iPad and they don't want to play anymore, or this is just not profitable. I have childhood memories in this play place, and this is gone. This is the first time I am seeing it completely gutted like this. I mean, this is crazy. This is unbelievable. Wow. I mean, this is... I think this used to be like an Arby's.
Used to be McDonald's.
This one was McDonald's?
Yeah.
I mean, look at this movie theater. This is crazy. I mean, I remember this used to be actually closed off legitimately. They kind of have it a little bit open right now. Apparently, they want to keep this movie theater to some degree. They actually want to expand it And I even heard rumors that they want to make it a drive-in movie theater. I don't know how that is going to work exactly. But this may upset me the most because I do remember coming in here and it was so cool. You would walk in and you would go down an escalator and there would be food and there was an arcade. And then you would walk in further and there was another escalator and you would go down and there was movie theater. This was really big, actually, deceivingly large, this movie theater. And this has probably been closed for, I don't even know, 3 years at this point? 2, 3. It can't, no, I mean, a few years maybe. That's crazy. Try and get that sign right there. B Cinemas, that was not what it was called, but it has been devolved to B Cinemas. Wow, man. I think this was Philly cheesesteaks, if I'm not mistaken, or this was a pizza rather, right? This was like a pizza parlor. Pizza parlor gone. Looks like everything else is here. But, you know, thank God for food. I mean, this is really crazy. Wow. Who remembers the elevator for the Broadway Mall? I mean, that elevator, kind of like one of the mainstays, I feel like, at this mall. Let's see if we can get inside. Not often I would ride it, but I mean, this is just crazy memories. I mean, just so random in a mall like this. I mean, what mall has an elevator? You have these clear, just glass openings and...
It's funny, if we didn't hit the button, we'd just stay right here.
I mean, look at that. So cool, and I think it's like so trivial. It's just like, people be like, oh, you know, it's just an elevator. But I mean, stuff like that, that's like almost like nostalgic to see something like that. Out here to the round one. Now we're gonna check out some of the exterior, some of the outside of the Broadway Mall, see what's going on. I mean, this was always a really interesting part of the mall. I mean, this gap section between the actual entrance of the mall and the outside. I mean, like, what's the purpose of this? I can see there's like a football trapped all the way up there. Someone must have threw a football and gotten it stuck up there. That's pretty funny. I mean, what is going? It is hot in here too. I mean, but look at this. Get a shot of that right there. You got the pizza and just the kind of the whole elevator. Maybe it's Mandela effect. I always felt like you could enter from this way, but you had to go around. But interesting section of the mall. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's the YouTube channel?
Grossman TV. You got Instagram?
Yeah.
We're filming this shit before it shuts down.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. That's right there.
Oh, dope. Yeah, give a follow.
Good looks, bro. I appreciate
Have a
it.
good one.
I'm gonna walk down here because this is kind of maybe an underappreciated part of the mall. Who remembers when they used to show movie previews on this wall right here? They would have the listings of the upcoming movies they wanted to show. They would show, it'd say Spider-Man, or it'd say all these different things.
When was that?
Long time ago, man. They turned it into this with the reclining seats, which is just a basic sign, but I kid you not, they used to have the movie previews, not like previews like trailers, like they would just have the bills of the movies on that screen right there. I remember pulling up here with my dad or my mom.
From this angle, you can still faintly see it.
The recliners.
Yeah.
So random that, you know, just things that are underutilized. They must have like painted over it, but yeah. I mean, get a shot of this parking lot. I mean, I have memories just coming here with my mom and dad, and you know, we'd park here, we'd walk up, and we'd walk right here to the cinemas and food. But this store over here, I don't know if it was this store or it was something over here. I have a really faint memory, really young. I don't know if it was like a Christmas store, something. There was something. This store was something, and you could come in here, and you could buy stuff. And I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember you could come here and you could shop. I think it was at this store. I remember there was like a lion outside of the door. It wasn't for anything special. I just remember there being something. Let's walk over here. I want to get a shot of this mural. This was a really cool addition. One of the few positive additions, I'd say, in the last few years, because I feel like the only additions that have happened in this mall have been downgrades, whether it be stores leaving or things getting removed. This was kind of one of the few things that was added. Kind of goes to show how beneficial art is in this world. I mean, art makes things more beautiful. I like this a lot. I want to get a shot standing in front of this Broadway Commons. I think this is like the OG logo behind me, this Broadway Commons, Broadway Mall, whatever you want to call it. But the Broadway Commons, that was the original logo before they added that huge marquee over in the front about like 7 to 8 years ago. This is like that OG sign. It's crazy to see this, man. Did you guys come through this way? Would you enter the mall this way? Would you park your bike here? I wouldn't, but it's just cool to see what once was. I mean, this is almost like a relic of something that once was. It's crazy, man. I mean, it's just so like surreal. Cinemas and food. I mean, this was the place you would go to see a movie. You would park in this parking lot and you would walk through here, go up the escalator, and you would see your favorite movie, get some food at the food court. There wasn't any round one. They kind of added that as of recent with the whole bowling pins, which we'll get another shot of. But this cinemas and food in particular, I mean, this was like the gravitating thing of the mall, I feel like. I mean, before that huge marquee on the other side was even made, this was like the way you entered the mall. And then I feel like people started entering the other way, but I feel like when this mall was in its heyday, this was the way you entered the mall, right through here with this beautiful glass fixture. I mean, those stars at the top. When was this designed? I want to know, when was this whole structure designed? I feel like I remember this my whole life. I was born in 2001. I'm Gen Z. And my entire childhood, this is where I came to play, to have fun, for entertainment, whether that be with my parents, with my friends, school, high school, college. This is a great place, and thankfully you could still kind of do that with the round one. You could go to the arcade, but if you want to see a movie, can't do that anymore. Can't go to see a movie. You can still eat some food, but the stores are limited. I think this is one of the best things to still be here. I love this structure. I love this glass structure. It's gonna be really sad to see this go. And I don't know if they're gonna maybe they'll keep it as like a historical thing, but geez, man, in this society, who's to say if they're gonna even care? They may just demolish this and move on, but I'm glad I'm here standing in front of it, because for anyone watching the Broadway Mall who's grown up on Long Island, has seen this stuff, you'll remember this. And I think it's important to maybe visit it if you haven't in a long time. Check out this mall. I mean, it's not much going on, but just take it all in, because this is nostalgic. I mean, this is something that, this is where you went. This is one of the new ones, round one. This is gonna stay here. You could still enter through this way, through the bowling pin, still have all your fun with the bowling alley, the arcade games. It's one of the few stores that is gonna still stay here when the rest of the mall is being demolished. I really wanna know what's gonna happen to that elevator and that whole glass structure, but as far as round one goes, it's one of the few things that'll stay. Not very nostalgic, but at least you get some entertainment. I mean, if anyone remembers when this used to be the Payless shopping center, this was like kind of the way you walked through, and then you'd go up here and see a movie. Take a look over here at the elevator. Go like over here. Walk it through the doors, get to the elevator, and you can go up right to the food court. Go the more traditional way. and go up right over here. What memories you guys have going up this escalator, and maybe you're scouting out who in your class is here, which one of your friends, which one of your enemies is sitting where. I mean, this is a huge food court. Then you get your food and then maybe go see a movie. I mean, this is crazy because we're going up right now and there's absolutely nobody. This place is gone. I mean, this is crazy. Crazy. Hello? Can anyone help this place? I don't know, dude. This place, I think, is clipped. It's crazy seeing this from the outside, from just the glass ceilings to all the vacant stores to just everything going around. Thankfully, there is some silver lining here. They'll occasionally do fairs and bouncy castles and kind of other types of events to at least give this place some sort of spark, some sort of surge. You'll have a fair out in the parking lot, and then you'll get people that kind of file in and browse the mall, the very few stores that are here, but it's not enough to bring this to a revival, and I feel like we're only days, maybe weeks away from this entire mall being done. Check out the Macy's, guys. This is probably the biggest, maybe most memorable store from the Broadway Mall. Look at the size of this store. I mean, you can faintly see on the wall behind me kind of where the Macy's was. If you look up there, you can see kind of the imprint of the Macy's. Kind of a small sign for such a huge store, but I remember this store was, I think, like 4, maybe even 5 levels of clothes, shoes, I think even like furniture, jewelry, perfume. I don't want to get carried away because my memory is escaping me a little bit, but this was the spot you would go, one of the main stores, and you could check it out, and then you could go right into the mall and go to the rest of the stores. I mean, this has been a box for probably 10 years at this point. How do you sustain something like this? How do you sustain something that is arguably bigger than like this entire mall? This store is massive, and it's been vacant for a long time now. I don't know what they're gonna do. Some people think they're gonna turn this into apartments. Some people think they're gonna turn this into a Tanger Outlets. Some people think they're just gonna demolish this completely. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. I wish I could go inside there. I wish I could see these open rooms and just run around or film a video in there, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe I'll talk to Broadway management and see if we can get in there. But all I do know is I have a lot of memories in this store. I have a lot of memories in this mall, and I know you guys do too. What memories do you have at the Broadway Commons Mall? Do you remember when this place shut down? What's gonna happen next? I don't know. It's currently July of 2025. As things happen, I'll try and document it. We're here on Grossman World. Maybe we can document as more construction happens, as things develop. Maybe I can give you guys an update. If there's other places you want me to check out, please let me know. But aside from that, thank you all for watching. See you next time.